Hello, welcome to the House of Common Sense on YouTube. Welcome to Common Sense 95 on TikTok. This is your host, Bobby Kai, coming to you once again. All right, what I say today is just my personal opinion. This video goes out to new men's and women's that want to become a truck driver. If you're thinking about coming into the trucking industry, let me give you a few tips. The first question you might have is, can I make a decent living being a truck driver? The answer to that question is yes. You can make a decent living being a truck driver. I paid for my house, my van, and my car, all right, being a truck driver. I've been in the trucking industry ever since 1986. All right. Next question some of y'all might have, well, can I become a millionaire? Yes, you can become a millionaire as a truck driver. All right. Now, I have a good friend of mine. Last year he made $80,000. That's okay. And he was home just about every night and off on the weekend. He made $80,000. Okay, so you can become a millionaire. All right, being a truck driver. Now, for those of you that are just starting out, you will have some difficult times before you can make the big bucks. You gotta start at the bottom. And if you apply yourself, the times won't be that difficult. When you're coming into the trucking industry, the first thing you have to do is you have to go to school. You have to go to a truck driving school. All right? You can get a grant through FAFSA. All right? To go to a truck driving school. All right, you can get a grant through FAFSA. You have several companies that have their own school where they will train you, give you the proper training, and after you finish training and acquire your CDL license, they will give you a job. Now, the downside on that is that you will have to ride. You'll have a co-driver or a trainer. You'll have a trainer anyway from 6 to 8 weeks. You'll have to ride in the truck with him or her every day for about 6 to 8 weeks. Now, a lot of drivers coming into the industry flunk out. All right. Them and the trainer don't get along. And once you cop an attitude with a trainer, the trainer utilize his power or her power and call a driver manager and say, I want this person off of my truck. I don't think they're going to be a good fit. They won't listen, or they got an attitude problem, or whatever he think is the problem. And the driver manager will go along with that driver, and you'll be kicked off of the truck. All right, at a truck stop. You'll have to wait there until another driver comes by to pick you up. They probably will put you with another trainer. That's the downside of it. But it's not so much of a downside, it's how you apply yourself. Sometimes to get from point A to point B, a lot of times you may have to, go along, get along. If you get along with your trainer, all right, you show him that you're interested in learning, all right, don't be a hothead. Don't think you know it all. Just listen to your trainer, all right? Even if you know something already, still listen to what he or she have to say. Now, I would advise the females that's coming into the industry to have a female trainer. I would advise the males that coming into the trucking industry to have a male trainer. All right. And if you're something else, then you have to decide on that. Okay, but females should train females. Males should train males. That way, you ain't got no mess that can, all right, surface. All right. See, that keeps you out of the sexual harassment arena. Once you finish your 6 to 8 weeks of training, now you are ready to go on your own. All right. Once you do that for about a year, all right, you got your foot in the door. Once you get a year or two experience under your belt out here driving, you can just about go to work for any company. All right, and you can make a decent living. All right, you have to drive about 10 hours a day. You take 10 hours off and you do it again the next day. All right, you got to keep that left door closed. Yeah. So you can make a good living and you can become a millionaire, all right, in the trucking industry. Right. I'll come back with part 2, and we'll talk about what you need to get rid of